Black Science TV 111, Osei Kufuor, I'm back at y'all again. I'm coming to do a video on the navigation system of the new cars. Anything past 2002, they have a satellite and a chip on it. A lot of people look at the top of the car and see the antenna as something that's giving frequencies to the radio. It is, but it's also giving frequencies to them to be able to cause car accidents. I remember in one of my videos back then where I said that they tag people. Corporations have stock on people's organs. So if they need a heart transplant and they see that somebody in their medical systems have something that is identical to one of the corporations that is investing millions of dollars, they can easily find someone who has an identical organ by going into the medical records in the hospital. But what y'all don't know is that they have the documents separated by those in low-income neighborhoods. So if they got a heart that fit one of the corporations that's willing to pay millions, they will go into one of these project documents, and what they'll do is they'll set up and stage a tragedy. So you might be going outside of your house one day. You could be one of the victims who have the organ that one of these corporations is bidding on. You go outside your house. Next thing you know, you on an interstate and a Mack truck hits your ass, right? And you can't take over the brakes. The brakes don't work no more. They can press a button and take the car out of your control. So you're trying to save yourself, but they didn't hit a button, and now the antenna on the back of your car is no longer working. And you on the side of the road somewhere that ran off the road, swerving. These people know what they're doing. They have documents on you from birth. You see, we talk about the birth certificate and shit like that, even though this shit is true, but that don't matter. That's just the general aspect of their agenda. They have tabs on your energy. They know what kind of energy is flowing through your blood. They know what planets align with your DNA. They even know when you having sex. Sound crazy, right? But I'm gonna do a video on that because we need to know the science of what sex is, sexual energy. Sex is supposed to be a ritual. We talk about voodoo, but that's sex is a part of the school of voodoo. Somebody said to me, well, why are you giving HAARP all the credibility of all the catastrophes? I know when something is a man-made catastrophe and something is a spiritual catastrophe. A lot of the spiritual catastrophes happen during what we call wintertime. Why? Because the dark matter in the universe does something that our bodies, the melanated beings, start to connect to when this stuff happens during the season. Seasons is not just something. See, the season is, you have to decode it to the cross. The seasons, the 4 seasons is the cross. It's the 4 corners of the cross. So when you're looking at the 4 corners of the cross, this is not something that the European made up. The cross ain't European. That's ours. Go to Kemet. It's on the wall in Kemet. It's in your body. You have 4 senses that they shut down at birth. This represents them putting you on the cross, so you can't resurrect. So when they shut down those 4 senses that you can't connect to or tap into, you become the Christ that is not resurrected. So now your energy is laying dormant in your DNA, and they taking advantage of that. You get what I'm saying? So back to the car thing. Ford, General Motors, all these people, they are a part of the elites. They're not just people who make cars. They're just something that they invest in to make extra money from their agendas. But these people are in higher realms playing on the energy that we connected to. And they want you to think that they only are the owners of the cars that we drive. Henry Ford was somebody who invested in the Nation of Islam. This is why Wallace Dodd Ford, who they call Master Farad Muhammad, who Farrakhan and them give honor to every year, they say that Master Farad Muhammad came in the person of Allah. Allah came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, but they call him Ford Dodd Muhammad. Go look it up. When Noble Jew Ali had the Moore Science Temple in Detroit, right? Elijah Muhammad and Wallace Dawah Ford left and created the Nation of Islam. Elijah Muhammad didn't even create the Nation of Islam. It was Wallace Dawah Ford, who y'all call Master Farad Muhammad. Look that up too. Who was in the same bloodline as Henry Ford. And Henry Ford had a lodge inside of Detroit. So y'all don't think. The same cars y'all driving around in, y'all niggas that say that the white man is the devil, he a cracker, we need not to spend our black dollars, our so-called black dollars with. But you driving his cars. That's why I don't say shit, because there must be a balance in any dimension that you in. Not saying that I respect him, but there's I'm balancing myself so I can maneuver through the chessboard to be able to get to where I need to be. And that don't mean that I'm respecting him because I'm driving his car. Sometimes you have to be able to use the people, right, and the dimensions that you are in to be able to see the dimensions that they can't see, because they sure using you and your DNA to tap into dimensions that you can't see. It's real talk. There are a lot of so-called melanated people out here today who have DNA that can get these people into other dimensions, and they got their eyes on you. They ain't worried about no black and white shit. That's just some shit to sidetrack you, to keep you looking in a lower dimension. Racism is lower dimensions. When you see past racism, you seeing past those who control the weather today. Those, you see, now we crying and shit about a white man not opening up his church. You get what the fuck you get, because you're so focused on racism instead of focusing on the spiritual part of your history, which is forever. You'll be able to tap into this shit like nature if you go and study nature. Nature is your history. And nature can actually see the things before meteorologists, whether it's man-made or natural catastrophes. They can tap into this shit. So if you go back to nature, you would have seen these hurricanes coming, whether they were man-made or natural, before they fucking came. But you busy saying black power. So where's the fucking power? Where's these revolutionary niggas? Because you can ask me where I'm at, but I ain't claiming to be with none of these motherfuckers. I'm minding my motherfucking business. I'm just like the bird in the tree. I'm minding my business. I ain't saying that I ain't gotta care for none of the people out here, but what I'm saying is we need to get off this racism shit. And don't get me wrong, because even though we see white people say, well, he trying to get it. I ain't trying to connect with white people. Let's get that straight. I'm gonna put that on the record right now. Because eagles can't sleep with crows. Even though they both birds, they have two different natures. So white people, if y'all think that I'm coming to your defense, I'm not. I'm just speaking the fucking truth. I'm letting you know that I'm against white women sleeping with black men and vice versa. Eagles don't sleep with crows. It's two different natures. I'm still against that shit. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to the people being here, nature does not make a mistake. Nature does not make a mistake. What's supposed to be here is here. There's environments around us right now that can see us, and we can't see it. Why? Because we so stuck on the shit that they conditioned us under. If you stop, see, when you give your attention to something, you shut down your third eye. And these people at the top know that when you give your attention to certain things, they can shut down shit and it can be right in front of you and you won't even be able to see it. So when they create your fucking reality and you make their reality a reality for them, guess what? Guess what? Now you become an illusion and you give more power for them to be able to create your reality. Now what can you do? So now their reality, you see as your reality, and you wonder why you're not getting nowhere in the reality that you assume is yours, because it's not your reality. It's theirs. But they made it yours and made you think that it was yours. So now that you become them, they're controlling you through them. They're controlling you through their own systems, their own spiritual systems. These people don't give a fuck about racism. They studying what they call the astrological clock. For all you Moors out here who talking about paperwork, Noble Drew Ali brought one fact, and that was the astrological clock. Fuck that 12 o'clock system shit. If your brain can't see past 12, then your ass is stuck. If your brain can't see past 12, then your ass is stuck. And this is what they're doing with the shit that they are giving you to download into your body, the shit that they are giving you to download into your eyes that you see on television. They are giving you the 12 frequency megahertz. You endow on megahertz, and they're giving you a 12 frequency megahertz to download because the number 12 is more than what you think it is. The number 12 is like the food that you eat. The number 12 is an ingredient in itself. We eat numbers. So when you eating the number 12, you are eating something that is causing you to not be able to see outside of the fucking circle. This is why most of your clocks is made in circles, even though it's in a square, it's made in circles. You can say, well, I'm gonna see outside of 12. It ain't your motherfucking decision. You have to fight to be able to see outside of 12 because they got you on a battlefield that's created of the ingredients that consist of 12. We are fighting 12, y'all. We are fighting the number 12. You want to know what's beyond 12? The thing or the place where you was at before you came out of the womb. That's beyond 12. It's called the unknown. Your DNA is so potent to the point that they've been studying it from the 1600s. When I say the 1600s did not exist here. The 1700s started here. The 1600s came in from another dimension, another parallel dimension. And some people was able to record it and put it into the history books, meaning that the slavery that existed in another dimension that they was able to record, they brought it here, meaning that the slavery that they get in your books did not exist here. But since the people was able to pick up on it, who brought it here, they used the DNA from those people who was able to pick up on it to bring it here, which were melanated people, to fucking activate or to create the time for you. So therefore now you stuck on a time that happened in another fucking dimension. Half of the shit that happened in your history books did not happen here. The pyramids weren't built here. The planets ain't here. The planets is inside of you. I know you like, well, I'm here. You not fucking here. Who said you was here? The word here is English. So therefore, when they told you that you was here, they was creating your reality for you. You're not here. You're being projected onto a screen that we call the physical realm or the matrix. You are not here right now. All right? Black Science TV 111. Osei Kufuor. I'm out. Peace.